This morning you've got agus the fortune ash go in Clark Kaza Whaki. Hello everybody in YouTube land and welcome back to the Kaza Whaki show. I hope everyone is doing wonderfully today. Today is it's the December. Not really sure what date it is actually. It's 8th of the 9th. Whatever day the Cork Toy Run is on, that's the day it is. And I'm just out for a very quick, very quick spin this morning because we had storm, I don't know, Attila, I don't know, I'm not really sure what this particular storm is called, but she was rolling in there last night and tonight, and there was a fair bit of wind last night, so I got up early this morning to try and get a spin in, and I had hoped to get down to the Cork Toy Run because it's a nice spin. I'm from Cork and it's a nice charity, like it's a good cause. However, as I was saying to the Gorilla Biker, oh, and hello Gorilla Biker, if you haven't checked him out guys, you're way behind the curve on this. You need to go and check him out. As I was saying to the Gorilla Biker, I've got 30 quid left and I could put 30 quid of petrol into my bike and go to Cork and have a great day on the bike and not be able to go to afford to go to work for the rest of the week, or I could put 30 quid of diesel into my car and hope I make it to payday. I had planned to do the toy run, but financially it's just not possible, and look, there's not a whole lot you can do about that because that's how much petrol I have. I got decided this morning I was going to get up and go and do a video anyway, just go for a spin, because I haven't been out since I went to Valencia with Lucky Luke Rides. It was probably a month ago, and you know, it's December, Christmas is coming, the goose is getting fat, and Kaza Whaki is getting way behind on his editing. Work is crazy busy, so that's kind of distracting me a little from my editing duties. So I thought it might be a good opportunity to do a bit of a roundup video, just spin around Tullamore here, and kind of an update video I suppose, because a lot has happened. First of all, with regards to photo rallies, I am way behind on my editing. I have edited the last spin I did was the Ayway trip, the camping trip, and lads, that was back in August I think, and like I haven't finished editing that. I had some technical issues with the laptop and the external hard drive that decided to shit the bed, and that had to be repaired and try and recover all of my footage. Straight into the sun now. This is less than ideal for videoing purposes, but you look at, we'll try it anyway. So yeah, basically I am way behind on the photo rallies, so I thought I'd give you an update. That fucking blue lights, I think that it might be. Oh no. Are they stopping? Or are they pulling? Right. Well, what we need to do now, lads, and get out of here before those lads come around behind me with something that can read my number plate, think we shall get out into the countryside. Cue Dukes of Hazzard music as we try to outrun the popo. And traffic lights, please change and accommodate my flight from the law. Now, where was I? Photo rally updates. I am way behind in my editing, and obviously enough you'll realise that the photo rallies are finished now. The deadlines have passed for them, and also if you've been following my Instagram account, you'll know that I've been updating that fairly regularly, and you'll know that I finished. Oh, we'll cut in here for a minute and just have a look. That's Charleville Castle. I don't think the popo will follow me in here, or at least I hope they don't. This is the King Oak, one of the oldest trees. Did she get a battering? There's more of that down. That's the King Oak. That's allegedly the oldest tree in Ireland. Anyway, back to what I was saying. So easily distracted. Yes, the photo rallies have finished and I have completed them all. So I am going to use this video to make a little kind of a wrap-up video of the photo rallies. I still have many of the journeys to edit and upload as part of the series, but just so that it doesn't go stale and, you know, you're not looking at footage from September in February and thinking that's when I'm finishing them, if you know what I mean. I'm not talking very clearly this morning, but anyway. Oh yeah, before I do that, this castle here, if anyone was watching Netflix and that most horrendous Christmas movie that they put out there this year, A Night Before Christmas, where the knight from the 14th century gets whisked into fucking modern day Massachusetts or some fucking place, I don't know. The castle at the start of that, which if you did get snared into it, I hope you didn't watch much longer than the first 15 minutes. But the first 15 minutes, there's a castle where it all starts off, and it was filmed here. So Tullamore is on the Netflix movie map, and this is Charleville Castle here now. I'm not sure if that's open to the public or if I can actually get in, but you look at, I'm clad in leather, and I have well used to going in places on my motorcycle where I'm not allowed. Okay, can I go in here? I'm gonna go in here and see what happens. That's cool, isn't it? You'd never even know it was here, and I'm suddenly very conscious of the fact that my exhausts are very loud. Alright, cool. Cool. Now, I'm going to turn it off and hope that it starts again. Oh, my bike is filthy. This is Charleville Castle, and I know absolutely nothing about it. I really should have actually done a little bit of homework. Let's see if we can get this. Anyway, I'll answer. Oh jeez, I better turn off the fucking key, or she definitely won't start. Yeah, I might come back here and do another video some other day on this. Anyway, back to the photo rallies. I got a couple of questions, put out a few questions on the Instagram account there, to if anyone had any questions or comments about the photo rally experience. So I suppose I better answer those first and foremost. Oh, lots of wet leaves. And the first one comes in from local legend R1 Fast and Fearless, and his question was, is this your first time doing the photo rallies, and where can we find out more information about them next year? Second part of that question is very simple. I'll put links to the websites in the description. 3 photo rallies that I did, and I'll talk about the why I did 3 of them in a minute. The first photo rally I did was the Iron Boat Rally, and you go to www.ibaireland.org, I think. The Irish Photo Rally is www.irishphotorally.ie, and the third rally I did was the BMW Ulster Club Photo Rally, and I've forgotten the website for that, but I'll put it in the description. No, Fast and Fearless, it's not my first time doing the photo rallies. Last year I did the Iron Butt Association Rally, which was 15 points plus 6 briefs, and last year I kind of tanked at that horrendously. I only got 10 of the points done, and I think I got 4 of the briefs, so I got 14. I only got 14 out of the 21 points available. And I kind of decided then last year, when I didn't finish that one, that this year, 2019, I was definitely going to do it, and I was definitely going to finish it and at least get the 15 points. So I decided to do the Iron Butt Photo Rally again this year. It is my first year doing the Irish Photo Rally, and I'd been noticing on a couple of biker websites, biker.ie and, you know, Facebook and things like that, a lot of people were posting photo rallies from the Irish Photo Rally, and I just looked it up and kind of decided that, just, you know, I might do that. Yeah, that'd be good, because, you know, if nothing else, it'll give me places to go to video content. So I decided, and then of course I went on my first trip, recorded it, and then took my sweet time about editing it, and lo and behold, Lucky Luke uploads a video that says he's going to do the photo rally. So that really made my mind up. I was definitely going to do the Irish Photo Rally. The Ulster Photo Rally, and how I came to do the third one, I'd never any intention of doing the BMW Ulster Photo Rally, and I actually ended up doing it by accident. And funny story, when I downloaded the GPX, because you can download the GPXs from these websites, and it gives you the GPS coordinates of all of the points, and when I downloaded, what I didn't realise was that the Ulster BMW Rally has 9 rally points, but 6 of them double up as Irish Photo Rally points. Now, I didn't realise this, and when I downloaded the GPX, I just saw all of my Iron Cross. If you're familiar with the Instagram posts, all I really saw was my Iron Cross flags for the Iron Butt, the blue ones, and I saw a lot of green flags on the map for the Irish Photo Rally, and there was a couple of blue ones, and I never twigged what the blue ones were. And I think on my second trip I headed off out, and it was the one where I met Steve on his KTM, the Monument to Local Musicians, and I did in Kilcorgy in Cavan, and I did the Nublis Church and the Pledge of the Metal Man. And it was only when I came, it actually wasn't when I came home, it was about 4 trips later that I realised that 2 of those flags were blue, and I didn't know why. And it was only afterwards I realised that I had done 2 of the 3 Ulster Rally points that were particular to the Ulster Rally alone. And so I kind of decided at that point, you know, you may as well be hung for a sheep as a lamb. In for a penny, in for a pound, and various other wise old sayings. And I decided, you know what, fuck it, might as well do those. There's only one other one that I had to do, which was Hans Sloan, which was over County Down. I was going to have to do the rest of them to get the Irish Photo Rally anyway, so might as well do the 3. Short answer, Fast and Fearless. This is not my first time doing a photo rally. It is my first time doing the Irish Photo Rally, and it is my first time doing the Ulster Photo Rally. I have done the Irish Iron Butt Association Rally before, but it is my first time doing all 3 in one go. On now to the next question. GS 1200 in Cork, and his question was, what was the mileage for completing the photo rallies? Now my mileage would have been more than most people, because obviously I did 3 rallies, so that was significantly more. We're going to Muckla. Not really sure what is in Muckla. Obviously Mass is in Muckla this morning, but anyway, I didn't actually track my mileage throughout the photo rally, and I probably should have, but what I did there last night was, in preparation for this video, I went on my Google Maps and I kept notes of what points I'd done and in what order and which ones I'd done together, and I'd done 12 trips, so most of them incorporating 2 or 3 photo rally points. I think 2 of them, the one I went to Pád O'Donoghue Memorial, I did just the 1 point in the day, and the one to the Takamashane windmill in Wexford I did in 1 day. The rest of them were all 2, 3, 4 points in a trip, and I did 2. Sorry, the last one I did, the Valencia Island, I did with Lucky Luke. That was a one point in a trip. I did 2 long distance trips. The one to Omey Island, where I took in a couple of points and did an overnighter with Little Miss Whaki, and I went to a trip in the north where I think I did 12 points in 2 days with an overnight camping in Donegal. All of those videos have still to be edited and uploaded. Do you know what? I'm going to see if I can go down to this thing. Something that's always interested me, and I don't know if you can actually go down to it, but look at, we'll see. But anyway, what I did was I kind of remapped my Google Maps, or my trips into Google Maps. Now it's not 100% accurate, because for the most part I was following Susie Satnav, which anyone who watches my channel will know results in multiple getting lost, taking the long way around, taking the wrong direction, and adding miles on. And Google Maps calculations that I did with point to point, shortest distance kind of thing. The mileage that came out on that was 5,703 kilometers, I think. And I would not be surprised if I had another 300 kilometers done with wrong turns, getting lost, and going various different routes. Now this is what I'm looking for. Now, I don't know if this is private land, is it? This is cool. Hello. This is cool. I think I'll park it here and get a picture. Now, a little background history for you. You've heard me talking in the crusher video about how a tractor could be used to run the crusher using a belt. See that wheel there, that steel wheel between the 2 wheels up there? That's a pulley wheel, and you would put, oh my lord, it's a weather vane. It actually turns. How fucking cool is that? Oh my god, they all turn. Wow, that is awesome. But that's the point, the pulley wheel. You'd put the belt around, off out to the front, and put it onto the wheel of the threshing machine or the stone crusher, and the engine of the tractor would turn that wheel, and in turn it would turn the wheel mechanism on the thresher. Interesting story, if you're interested. I learned to drive on one of those, and these are cast iron wheels, and I can tell you, when you're a 10-year-old boy trying to turn that thing when it's moving slowly, oh my lord, there's grown men that struggle to do it. I also have one of those in a shed in Cork. That's the old grey Ferguson 20. Revolutionised agriculture after the First World War. 3-point linkage system. Prior to that, tractors were literally that, traction machines. You would put a plough onto the back of it and you would pull it, much like the horse and plough. And it was the job of, like, you'd have to pull it and just pull it around. There was no kind of lifting it out of the ground or anything, but that system allowed you to lift implements, so you could plough in a straight line, get to the end of the field, lift the plough and drive to the next point. Revolutionise agriculture. This is becoming a very, very interesting video, and this is the original of the species, the horse-drawn plough. Now let's get a picture of this coolness, and then I might stop for a little while and actually answer some of these questions properly and not get distracted by stuff. Now, on to the questions. GS 1200, closest mileage estimate that I can make is 5,700 kilometres to do all of them. In terms of all of them now, I didn't get to do 2 of the brief points in the Iron Butt Association Rally, which was very upsetting. That's because the forks were horrendously damaged on the GTR, and I had to wait to get them re-chromed, and I was out of commission for 2 months. I missed 2 months of the briefs. And for anyone who doesn't know, the brief is one special point that's released per month, and you have to travel to that point in that month to take your photograph. The other questions, who else asked me a question? Oh, Gorilla Biker asked me a question, and he asked me, was it worth it? There's no such thing as a stupid question, but that is a stupid question. Of course it was worth it. Was it worth it? Yes, because it's 6 months worth of riding. Absolutely worth it. Great motivation for getting out on the 2-wheeled machine. Great reason to explore the country and find places that you've never heard of, places you would never even think of going, finding things that you would never. I mean, look, this is a prime example. Did you even know that there are weather vanes in Muckla made out of vintage farm machinery? Now, I know this isn't a photo rally point, but perhaps it should be. This is my point, like, that you get to learn so much about the country. You get to learn, I'm gonna go for a spin now for this. You get to learn geography. You know, like, you get to learn where places are in relation to you. It's great for developing a sense of place. Not just your place, but the country in relation to your place, if that makes sense. You get to find great roads, and I'm thinking now of the road from Manorhamilton to Sligo. Savage. Pick any road in Cavan and Monaghan, they're savage. Leitrim, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful countryside, just green everywhere, quiet roads. Anything in the Wild Atlantic Way is quite obviously good, but you know, I found roads in West Cork you would never find without the photo rally. So in terms of geography, it's fantastic. You learn so much in history. You learn about the functions of, you know, mining in the country, the history of industry, engineering, You know, stuff like Ferguson 20s and should have gone that way. You know, stone crushers. You learn about Cornish engines and their use in the mines. You learn about man lifts. You know, just stuff like that. Oh, that weather does not look good. You learn about politics. I mean, you learn about the relevance of something like Brexit when you cross over the border and your sat-nav starts talking to you in a different accent. And you really appreciate, when I went up to do the northern points, you really appreciate no hard border. I mean, I was just going for a spin on a motorbike, and the thoughts of having to stop and show a passport, or you know, stop for border checks and things like that, and I'm just on a bike. Can you imagine if you were driving a truck full of goods from north to south or south to north, and the hassle that would cause for industry and transport? And you know, Brexit takes on a whole different meaning, because when you're in the south, like, you don't think of it, you don't think of the practicalities of that. And it's fun. Of course it's worth it. It's fun. You get to test your riding skill, you get to develop it, you get to meet new people, you get to, I mean, I bumped into 3 or 4 different bikers at different photo rally points, and as I've said before in some of my videos, it's an immediate connection. You've immediately got a friend, because they're in the middle of nowhere, standing at this 200-year-old furnace. It's all overgrown, and neither of you have any real true reason to be there other than the photo rally, so you've got a shared interest straight away, and it's an excuse to get out on the bike. So yeah, absolutely, it's worth it. Next question comes in from Carl Foggy Fogarty. Yeah, I totally made that up. But the question is, what's your favourite point? And that's a hard one. I had great crack on the Valencia one when I was with when I met up with Lucky Luke Rides. That was good crack. I really enjoyed the scenery of the spin around Joyce Country and Omey Island and do the whole camping, motor camping thing. I really enjoyed that, you know, the camping aspect of it, and it's definitely something I would be hoping to do into the future, is a bit more camping. Tackham Shane windmill, that was cool, because I actually got inside the windmill, and just the graffiti that was written on the timber beams was just incredible. Just the messages from people in the 60s and 70s, a different time, people were signing their names and their addresses. But I think my favourite point would have to be the mountain mine, and that video hasn't gone up yet, but it was just so much fun. The roads were incredible, the scenery was awesome, it was in West Cork, which I love, and the fact that I went out over a mountain, spoiler alert, and ended up on a mountain track, like a cattle track, on this quite obvious road going machine, not designed for off-roading at all, and had a little adventure coming down the side of a mountain. That was fun. And I'm looking in the mirror here at that rain cloud that's coming. So yes, work is killing me, so uploading is slow, editing is slow. The problem I'm having with editing now is that all of the trips that are left, they're not 2 and 3 points. They're all long trips with lots of footage to be waded through, lots of great scenery. I'm really struggling to cut stuff out of these videos because the scenery is just so incredible. Tullamore I. Buy some for Christmas, guys, it's lovely, makes a great present, and it keeps local people here employed. Also, I like it. I also like Kilbeggan distilleries, they do some good stuff too. I like whiskey in general. So yes, there you have it. I will be trying to upload and edit as much as I can, but I'll be honest with you, I still have to do the north of the country, which was 12 points, finish the Omagh Island camping trip, which was another 4 points I think. Still have to do the Takamashane windmill, still have to do the Valencia Island one, so I've got a lot of footage to wade through. Oh, by the way, it's December, so ho ho ho, Merry Christmas, Nolig Honeyyev agus Aflin Flivashayit. If you're into that kind of thing. Gorilla Biker, I went out last night to get you footage of the Christmas lights in Tullamore. I failed. Anywho, that's it for today, guys. Very, very quick spin. Again, best of luck to the people in the Cork Toy run. I hope the weather doesn't dampen it too much. I hope everyone rides safe down there, because apparently there's a red weather warning for Kerry, and I'm assuming that's going to drift across the Cork at some point. So anyway, we're going to leave it there for now, guys. If you're new to the channel, click and subscribe. There's more good stuff coming your way. And yeah, I will probably see you all in January, because I don't know if you can hear this, but my exhausts are goose. They are really, I should not be on the road with these exhausts. So fingers crossed Santi brings me some new end cans for a GTR. If anybody is out there would like to sponsor me end cans for a GTR, or if you prefer, I can get some end cans for a Honda Africa Twin, and someone might sponsor me the rest of the bike. Either way is good for me. Anyway, so I'm going to sign off now. Adios amigos, happy Christmas, happy New Year, good luck.